Hi, I'm excited to Alexa, turn on Ring.
Okay.
There we go. I'm excited for tomorrow. Okay, let me fix my hair really quick. And I love dancing. Let me fix this. Okay, that's not the best, but we're just gonna go with it. I love dancing. That's kind of an obvious thing. It's not a hard thing to figure out about me. I just love dancing a lot. An insane amount. And that's good. That's a good thing. Dance is my main thing. And then, basically at this point, okay, let me get into the full story. We're going back at when I was 11, almost 12. So a little bit over 5 years ago by now. I think it was it was on April 1st or April 2nd or something. It was somewhere in April. Within the first week of April. Anyways, I think it was April 1st, but I could easily be wrong on that. When I discovered I loved dancing, because growing up, I didn't know what dance was. All I knew was ballet. And I never been big into ballet. And that's one thing that I talked about on Instagram the other night, is so many movies and shows that I watch about dance are ballet based. It's hard for me to find a good movie or show about dance that's not ballet or ballet based. And what I mean by that is where they don't do other styles, they just do ballet. And that drives me crazy because I feel like it puts something in so many people's heads that aren't dancers that all dances is ballet. That's one thing that is why I love Dance Mom and why I love Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition and Abby's Studio Rescue. And first up, Abby's in all three of them. That's part of why I love. But they show other styles besides just ballet. Yes, in Dance Mom they show ballet every once in a while. There were a couple dance and ballet based, but for the most part they showed so much stuff, and it was crazy and exciting. But it drives me crazy because when I was little, I didn't really watch a lot of dance things, and I watched a show. I think I watched a movie at one point, 2 movies that were dance related, and to this day I can remember. Or one was I think it was Barbie and the Magic Slippers or something, and it was ballet based. Then the other one, which I still love to this day, is Isabella. It's an American Girl doll movie, ballet based. And it drives me crazy because of that reasoning, and because there's not a lot of movies or TV shows about dance that aren't ballet based. Growing up, I thought all dance was ballet. All dance was tutus and ballet and that. And I eventually learned. And I feel what taught me was that eventually when I was I was 11, almost 12, I signed up, my sister signed me up for this dance class because Bella's sister was doing it and I really wanted to do it. Seemed fun. And then I learned 3 styles of dance. Yes, we did ballet, but we also did like a jumps and turns thing. We did jumps and turns thing. We did tap and we did modern jazz. And I loved it because I learned more than just ballet. And it means a lot to me. And then I am going to show you like a little bit of like a stretch that you can do, like an easy stretch thing, but I want to talk about this really quick. Which is that like it like so that was interesting, and because of Dance Moms and my dance teacher that I had at the time, and in ways I would say like her daughter, because her daughter was definitely like the demonstrator of things and was like already almost professional level, like dancing and stuff, and would learn like the stuff ahead of time and like all of this. But so I never counted her daughter as like a student in the class because she was getting all these advantages of that, like she was learning the dances ahead of time. She was like demonstrating and like the assistant and stuff, but it kind of worked. But anyways, eventually because of Dance Mom and everyone on Dance Mom, including JoJo and my dance teacher at the time and stuff, I learned that dance isn't ballet based, and I kind of fell in love with dance, and I've been wanting to dance ever since. I did like this civic center dance class for like I want to say almost 6 months. I don't even fully know, for a good amount of time, but like the reason we stopped was we had a family member moving in that we were like helping them move in and stuff, and like money wise and a bunch of stuff. But like overall, like it worked out really well, and I fell in love with dance. And when we stopped, actually, we didn't know how. The original plan, I think, was to stop for like a month or something, like for like a short time. But for me, it felt like forever. Like it felt like forever, and I feel like part of that was because we didn't start dancing again until a couple months ago, and what happened was that like it was insane how like amazing it was. But like, and so like almost every night I would do like these like workout type things where I would like I put on my headphones and then like play some music on my iPad. I had like this giant playlist, and I would like work out, kind of like sometimes I would work out, but I did like these dance parties and like whenever someone would come into the living room, because I lived with my sister at the time, and they would always look weird because I would just be jamming out, living my best life. And I like another thing that I did a lot was I created my own dance routine. I would legitimately like when nobody was in the room. I would be like watching TV, and I would get up and I would choreograph like these really good, amazing dance routines. I feel like I kind of remember one of them, but not fully. I remember parts of it, so I might try to show you that. I may not in this video. And overall, it was pretty good. And then, so yeah, then we kind of just like, I feel like almost every day I would be like, when are we going to start dancing? When are we going to sign me up for dance? And when am I starting dancing? And I want to start dancing. Like almost every day it was like some question of either when we're going to get me signed up for dance or when am I going to start dancing again, like something to do with me dancing. Like almost every day I feel like. So many times, and almost every time my parents had kind of caught on to something with what they had like this thing where they would be like, well, we're gonna assign you, we're gonna like find a place soon and you're gonna start dancing soon. And they would never give me like dates or details or anything. They would just be like soon. And I'm like, and at first I fell for it. I actually went like, okay, and I'm gonna start dancing soon. But at this point, like actually somewhere. Because I was dancing at the house all the time. Let me let Sam in. Mm-hmm. Come on. Sammy. Come. But he's here. I believed them and I just kind of kept going with it. And then finally what happened, and when finally we moved and a bunch of stuff happened. And eventually at some point I realized that was just an excuse so they won't have to actually answer me because they didn't actually have an answer. So they would just say like, oh, soon. And like, for me, like soon could be anywhere between tomorrow or 10 years, like anywhere between tomorrow or the next 2 months, I would say. And it was interesting. Like for me, but then we eventually moved and I kind of gave up all hope in the fact that if I was ever going to dance again. And then right when I did, I started going through like losing my crush. I found out music was done for. I went through a bad phase of a lot of eating, which is kind of what led me to this like pretty good sized stomach, and which isn't the best, but it's fine. Like it's great if you have a like stomach like this. Great, and like be proud of your body. It's just that for me, I'm like the reasoning behind why I got here is like the part that I don't like about it. Yeah, and then so that was the situation. But then we signed up for Worldwide. What happened was actually I saw a thing for the first Worldwide and I kind of didn't say anything. And then I said something after like they were, like I brought it up to we saw a thing for the dance convention. Dad, I said, for the dance convention. And we were gonna do it, but then, because we didn't know how much it cost, and we went to, like, get ready to do it, and it costed, like, $50, and we went, like, nope. Because at the time, like, we felt that was kind of expensive on something that I may or may not even get to talk to, which is kind of the thing that my parents look at. My mom looks at the money side. That's what my mom looks at. My dad looks at Sam, lay down and stop scratching at your dog bed. You don't need to scratch at your dog bed. You can see everything in it right now. Do you need to leave, Sam? Yeah, you will leave. Okay. Go. But then, so me and my dad looks at the side and like, if I'm gonna get to talk to Abby, what I'm getting from it, and I look at it as the whole picture. I look at it. I try to ignore the money side as much as I can because I do know it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Like, I mean, almost every time we done Worldwide, it's been $300. And then one thing led to another. I need to stop flipping the thing around. But then, and like, yeah, that's a lot of money, and for us that is. But dance is my life, and it's a big part of my life. Like, I wouldn't say, like, there is other parts to my life, obviously, like social media and my crush and my family and my friends, obviously, because if dance was the only thing in my life, then I wouldn't have family, I wouldn't have friends, I wouldn't be doing social media, like, and I would be ignoring my crush, but I kind of can ignore him considering the fact that I haven't found him yet, but hopefully that will change. So one thing led to another where then they did the Worldwide, and I kind of mentioned it to my parents, but not really. And then ended up not really going anywhere with it. And then one thing led to another where I one day went to them and I asked them. I really asked them, I begged them, and then I was expecting a no. I'm the type where I set myself up for no, because when it's a yes, it makes it that much more exciting for me, because it's like I was expecting a no, and that's kind of how I always done it for years, on the fact that I used to not do that. I used to be like, maybe it's a yes, maybe it's a no, but then after losing my crush, when I thought, because I asked my dad, I went are they doing music class anymore? And he said, right now they're on break, but we don't know. But there's a pretty good chance that it can be a yes. I got my hopes up. So since then, I'm it's just gonna be a no. And if it's a yes, I get more excited that way. It's a way to make yourself get so much more excited about things. And then what happened was one thing led to. I'm just giving you the full dance stories, kind of the quick version, because I could go in full detail, but I'm not going to. And for something that you kind of expected, but also maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. But anyways, we signed up for a master class, and what happened was, this is one of those times I actually did lie. Don't lie. I didn't lie to professional people. I lied to my parents, but I kind of I have a reasoning, and then I haven't lied since. I don't usually lie. Well, actually not true. I have lied once since then, and what happened, I'm gonna get to that in a second. But basically what I lied about was I told them that Abby said I did really good. Abby didn't talk to me once that time. It was because I loved it so much and I wanted to do it so badly that, things happen and I did. But the thing that I lied about since then was a couple, I don't even know how long ago, but a little while ago, it was over a month ago at least, me and Eva were working on a music video. One thing led to another where, that didn't happen. Unfortunately, no one's at fault, and Eva and me are still amazing friends. We're still really good friends, okay? And things happen. People get busy. But also I'm really happy because we video chatted one time as we were working on the video, and we were just talking and having fun, and it felt like I had a friend. Because the thing is that I don't have much of a social life. That's okay. I choose not to. And that's something that I do have to tell my family if they're watching, any of my family that watches, is because I know that some of my family sometimes, they get a little bit I'm concerned, if that makes sense, about me not having a social life, or just wanting to know the reason that I don't. Not really concerned. They just want to know the reason. And I'm not revealing too much on that, the reason that I don't have one. I'm saying that so I stopped getting the question. And it's because I choose not to have one. Because managing the 3 friends that I do have is a lot on its own. In between, dance takes up so much of my time and my life. I don't want to be friends with a lot of people. It's not that I don't want to, it's that it's hard to manage 3 friends, let alone a bunch of friends and stuff, and that's okay. It's an okay thing, but also I don't want to make friends with a bunch of different dancers because who knows, one day they could become the competition. And then I would feel bad, and when I'm in the competition competing up against them for a scholarship or something, and then I have to do the best I can, and then I end up getting it and they don't, then I feel bad. So I'm very picky with my friends and stuff. But one thing led to another. Basically, I got, here's the thing, what happened was that Eva mistook a DM. What I DM'd her, I was asking if I could, go on do a music video, because I wanted, first up, it wasn't anyone's fault that she had to back out of the music video. But one thing that I am going to say really quick about the video chat was that felt like someone understood me in a way that they were the same person as me. The exact same person. Bella and me are very similar, but Bella's big into animals and cats and stuff, and I'm not really an animal person. The only animals I really like or anything is unicorns, narwhals, and Sam. And those are my 3. But long story short, she mistook something. Thought I was asking. I think she thought that I was asking her to do a music video with me and stuff, and then things happen. Don't lie. But I am doing worldwide again, so I'm really excited. we signed up today. It starts tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that. I'm loving the schedule this time because last time I enjoyed the schedule and what we were doing, and like I definitely did, but last time there was like two things that I really wanted, which was I wanted hip hop at some point in there because I love hip hop and performing, and also last time I felt like we needed a little more ballet in there, like because like definitely a little more ballet. And like, because even though I don't really like ballet a ton, I feel like we definitely needed it considering the fact that like our technique, or for me anyway, my technique was starting to get at the point where I'm like, I like having the ballet training because I'm keeping up with my technique, not just on Sundays, but like throughout the week. So we signed up. We have it until December. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Story time and stuff we have. Let me check and take it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. We have a full schedule. I like it. I enjoyed the break. But I want to get back to dancing. And tomorrow was going to be like a family day, but now it's going to be like a partly family day, part dance day because I'm excited to get back to dancing. And a lot of dance content coming soon.